Okay friends, it's time to get started on our job. The first thing we're going to do is come right along this area here and pop this off using a plastic trim tool. Set this aside. Now the next thing we're going to do is remove this along here. Along the back side right here, there's going to be a little hook that comes under there, so go ahead and lift right on the front area. Pop it up, slide it forward, and then disconnect it. Always check your electrical connectors. If you see any funny colors or it looks like it's burnt in any way, it needs to be dealt with. With that out of the way, we're going to continue on to removing this bolt right here. Now on the door panel, you're also going to find a plastic lens right here. Ours is missing, but there's a screw right behind it. So go ahead and pop it out of the way and then remove that screw. Now we're just going to lift straight up on the door panel and get it out of the way. Don't forget that you're going to have the wiring for your little light bulb down there. Go ahead and twist that counterclockwise and remove it from the panel, and then set the panel aside. Let's move along to removing the speaker. You're going to have 4 mounting bolts. Disconnect the speaker. Check the wiring, looks good. Let's get the vapor barrier out of here. Alright, that looks good enough. Now inside the door, we're going to follow the wiring up to the motor and disconnect it. Set that aside. Now we're going to reconnect our window switch here. Make sure you put in the blue one and this gray right here. Put the key in the on position, and then we're going to put the window down so we can access the mounting nuts. Okay, now what we're watching for is this nut right here. And then there's going to be another one that we're going to be able to access through here. So I'm going to be careful, get my fingers away from it, and I'm just going to line that nut up with the area that I can access it. After that, let's turn off the key. Now with both of our mounting nuts off there, the next thing that we need to do is carefully separate the window from the regulator. You can do that by pressing on the window and moving it away from the regulator. Something else that I want to mention though is once you pop it free, we're going to go ahead and bring this window all the way up, and then we're going to add some tape going up and over it to hold the window up. Unless of course you have some of those suction cups that can go on and over the door. Either way, we need the window to go up and stay up safely. Okay, now it's going to be time to move along to removing the regulator from the door. So we're going to go ahead and remove our mounting nuts. One here, here, and then of course we have 4 bolts along there as well. For these, I'm just going to loosen them. Now we can grab onto the window regulator. We're going to slide it up so these bolts line up with the holes, and then slide it into the door, and we'll do the same over here. Okay. All right. Now the next thing we want to do to be safe as possible is we're going to go ahead and reconnect in this window motor here, put the key in the on position, and we're going to put the window in the fully up position. What that's going to do is it's going to bring this cog around and make it so the spring tension that's on the back side here is released. So now I have the key in the on position, and I'm going to get ready to go ahead and move this. Something that you want to pay attention to is to make sure that you have your fingers very clear of any of the areas that are going to move. So I'm going to go ahead and grab onto this motor as far away from this cog as possible. Keep your fingers away from the cog. Now that that's fully up, go ahead and turn off the key power and disconnect the motor. So now I'm going to have the window regulators side by side here. Essentially, what you can see is inside this slot right here, you can see the rod coming up through there. So when we go ahead and put the motor on, we're going to want to make sure that we have this one in the same position. Carefully remove all 3 bolts. Just keep in mind that it could potentially still be under spring tension, so keep your fingers away from this cog. Here comes our last bolt. I'm just going to hold this down, carefully remove this. Now it's going to be time to put the motor onto the brand new window regulator. To do that, I'm going to put my foot right on it like this, and then we can slide this to where we need it. Now the cog on the motor, we want to be lined up as close to the very end of this as possible. So don't have it like this, and of course don't have it like this. There we are. Now once you have it lined up, go ahead and put in your 3 mounting screws. All 3 are started, let's snug them up. Next, we need to remove the bolts that are on the original window regulator and transfer them over to the new window regulator. Okay, now it's going to be time to get our new window regulator into the truck. Obviously, you want the motor facing towards this direction because that's where the wiring is going to be. You also want to make sure that these mounting bolts are going to line up with their corresponding holes as we put it in. Just going to get it into the door, and then we'll slide it into position. Now let's go ahead and snug them up. Connect in the window motor. Now we're going to put the key in the on position and carefully bring the window regulator back down. Keep your fingers out of this area. Okay. Once the first rod's lined up, go ahead and start it in there. Put in both of your nuts. Make sure that's tight. Now we're going to continue bringing the window regulator down so we can access those mounting areas. Okay, I can see where my bolt hole is going to be over here, and of course I have a lot of access on this side. Let's turn off the key. Now at this point we're going to remove the tape and then carefully bring the window down until it matches up with its mounting points on the regulator. Okay, now obviously you want to slide the rail over. Okay, grab both of your mounting nuts, start them on, and snug them up. Make sure that's nice and tight. Now let's test the window and make sure it functions properly. All the way up, perfect. All the way down, wonderful. Once you're sure the window works properly, re-disconnect your switch here, and then we're going to get our vapor barrier back on. Okay. Get our little light. All right, now we're just going to line this up with where we removed it from, stick it on here, and then we'll grab the speaker and put it in. It's going to be time to get our door panel back on here. To start, we're going to do this one because it's easy enough to forget. Line it up, turn it clockwise, lock it in. Now we're going to move up along here. We'll put our wiring through the door panel as well. Then we're going to bring the door panel up high. We're going to put the door lock through here. Once it's through there, you want to make sure you push the door panel up against the door so the hooks can line up with the door itself. Once you have all the hooks lined up, go ahead and give it a couple loving bonks and drive it down. Then of course feel along the entire door just to make sure the door panel's sitting perfectly. Now we're going to go ahead and put in our mounting bolts. Of course, if you have the cover here, go ahead and put that lens over as well. Now let's do the top mounting bolt as well. Now it's going to be time to get the door switches back in here. Click it in, give it a nice tug. Do the same to all the rest. Once they're all connected in, we're going to go ahead and put this backside in first. You got the hooky-doo. It comes underneath the handle assembly. And then, of course, we'll slide the forward end down and give it a loving bonk. Make sure it's nice and secure. Now let's get this trim piece on. You've got your little pitons. They're going to slide into the holes. Give it a bonk, latch it in.